Hi guys, MJ Givens here. Sorry about that. We had some technical issues, but I think we got that sorted out. Thank you so much for tuning in. And I see that some of you are waiting patiently. Thank you for that. It's technology, guys. At times, you want to have things to go your way, but sometimes they don't. But thank you for those that were waiting patiently. Really appreciate that. Welcome once again, guys, to TWM Trade with MJ. My name is MJ Givens Kgasi, and today I'll be looking and sharing and also analyzing the markets with you and hopefully taking some live trades with you. Please, on the comment section, let me know who you are and where you are watching me from. Please let me see where you are watching me from, I'll appreciate to see that so that we can start with it immediately. And don't forget, guys, that today is a Monday. We're going to be analyzing the markets together. I'm doing this with you. I'm doing this for you. There's no charge in this thing. So the best thing you can ever do for yourself is to tune in. Just tune in and learn something from this. And I hope that you also enjoyed the last episode, our first episode of Masterclass. I'm hoping and I'm believing that you enjoyed as well and you took some knowledge from there. So yeah, seeing people are coming in numbers. We have Tandega, where are you watching us from? Siabulela, I see you are in the Port Elizabeth. And Mr. Buteles, you're watching from Durban. Yeah, guys, let me know where you're watching me from, because what I want us to do today is to, engage on a personal level. And what do I mean by that? I want to understand the pairs that you have interest on, because I know maybe some of you, there are some pairs that you've been looking into for some time and you want clarity in whatever that you're seeing there. We've got Gibson Nyaluza from Vanderbay Park. We've got Tandega Simelani from Eswatini, the Kingdom of Eswatini. Shout out to you. We've got Keo Achille from Rustenburg. Please, guys, if I don't pronounce your name well, forgive me. African names can be tricky. Right, so I'm gonna get into it. Let's see what we have. Let's see what we have. Pine Town, KZN, Mbuyiselo. All right, so this is a request that I'm gonna ask from you guys. I have my ghost trader with me here, so I want him to get into indices, because last week, yes, I had some time with you, but I feel like it was not enough. So today I want to spend as much time as possible with you guys. So that I can see exactly what you want me to analyze with you. We can go into it technically, fundamentally, or even sentimentally. So I'm going to ask Ghost to come now to start with the show, get into the indices, and then from there, I'm going to be taking over and I'm going to be closing the show. So you're going to have a lot of time together today. So I see already people are already suggesting pairs that we're going to look into. So what I'm going to do when ghosts come in here, please suggest those pairs. I'm going to be noting them down on my book, and I'm going to be looking them from a private facility. And then after that, I come in and I look at them with you. Right? So suggest the pairs that you want me to look at them with you today. If it's EURUSD, write it down there. If it's gold, whatever that you want me to analyze with you, please, on the comment section, just note it there, and I'm going to note them down on my book when I come back. So in the next 15 minutes, I'm coming back, and then we're going to look into those pairs. So, yeah, guys, I'll see you shortly. Please make sure that you don't log out or you save data. TWM is for people with the full margin data. So make sure you have enough data so that you can trade with me live. There are some trades I'm also looking into and I want to take advantage of. So Ghosty is coming now. Prepare yourself, guys. We're getting into indices. Now.
Hello guys, I hope you are good. So I'll be the one taking you through indices today. So meaning at some point we are going to be starting with USDT. We are going to be starting with USDT. So we are currently looking at a USDT right now. And then if you can see on USDT on a daily time frame, USDT it's already like trying to move. But so far, remember with indices, whenever you look at indices, USDT it's very high for us to keep on buying where it is, unless if we wait for it to push to the downside first, maybe a pullback, and then from there we continue with the buys, meaning a small pullback to here, and then we continue with the buys. So let us start, guys. Let us start. So whenever you look at USDT, right, we have an overall high here, which is this one, and then we have an overall low here, right? For now, let us focus on this one. It's a daily time frame. Let us focus on this low here. So this is where we got our break of structure here on the daily time frame, where it took out the overall high. So this is where we got our break of structure. So that's our break of structure. So you can definitely see that the market is moving inside the high and the low, right? It hasn't taken out the high, it hasn't taken out the low. But at some point, for us to know where the market is moving, it has to take out one of those levels, right? So we also had a break of structure to the downside, right? We are starting our analysis on a daily, and then we move to H4. From H4, that's where we can also go to a smaller time frame. So let's check. We have our break of structure here to the downside, where the market pushed up, where the market started pushing up, and then it gave us a pullback. After that pullback, it went straight to the upside, right? Until it came back, it took out that low, meaning that was a break of structure to the downside, and then it went up. So from here, that's where we are looking and observing if are we getting something like this, then a push to the downside to retest this order block that the market formed here, and then we continue pushing to the upside to grab the upside liquidity. We all know that there is liquidity resting above that area, meaning at some point there are people who are still holding, or people who took selling positions here and still holding, hoping the market is still going to push to the downside. So we know that there is a lot of liquidity resting there. So let us continue with our analysis. So whenever you look at the market like this, you have on the current move where the market started buying until where it is now, you can definitely see that we have a zone here, the last candlestick, which is our demand zone, this one here, and then it moved to the upside. While it was moving to the upside, it gave us a small fair value gap here, which we also call it an imbalance. We have an imbalance here. After the imbalance, we got a break of structure exactly there. And we all know that in order for us to find an order block that's valid, it has to be a break of structure on the side. So we got our break of structure there, right? And then we also got our second demand zone here, which you can also call it an order block, which you can call it a bullish order block. Also, we had another break of structure here, So for those who just joined, guys, we are looking at USDT. We are looking at USDT, and then after USDT, we are going to NASDAQ. So we have another break of structure there to the upside, meaning the market is still breaking internal break of structures. Remember, the overall break of structure is this one here, right? It's this one here. So these are internal break of structures, meaning they are inside the move. So if we can look at it in this way, then we zoom in also on the daily. We also got a second imbalance here on this long candlestick, which is also our fair value gap, right? We also got a second fair value gap there. We also got a second fair value gap there. And above the fair value gap, we have zones. So it's better for us to mark every zone that we see in the market, so that whenever the market starts moving, it doesn't catch us by surprise. So whenever you look at this candlestick here, that's our zone. This one here, this is our zone. So we mark also, it's also our demand zone, which is an order block. So far we have 3 untested order blocks, 1, 2, and 3. These order blocks are not tested, meaning we're still waiting for the market to come and test them. So on USDT, what we can definitely witness here, it's for the market, since you can see that the market on USDT, it's overall bullish, right? We can definitely see the market selling just to mitigate this order block here, and then from there it pushes to the upside, takes out the liquidity that it's resting there, and then from there, once we come back and break down, we break below the overall high that it just broke here, that we are monitoring it to break. Once it breaks it, then that's where we can definitely aim for those untested order blocks. But so far, definitely we're still looking for a push to the upside until it takes out the liquidity that it's resting above here. And then from there, if the sellers are too strong, then that's where we can come and test these untested demand zones. So this is definitely what we are looking for on USDT. So we just have to observe and monitor the setup, because also whenever we are using smart money concept, we also chase where there is liquidity. So on a bigger time frame, this is what we are looking at. On a bigger time frame, this is what we are looking at. And also the market can just test the level, it breaks, and then it continues pushing, creating higher highs. You understand? Keeps on breaking structures to the upside. But remember, we plan our trade and then we trade our plan. That doesn't change. So we adapt to the market. We adapt to what the market tells us, and then we adjust. You understand? So whenever we move to H4, whenever we move to a 4 hours time frame, you can definitely see that with 4 hours, right? On a 4 hours time frame, we have this small supply zone that the market gave us here, right? We have that small supply zone that the market gave us there. So also to find out that is that supply zone strong to cause the market to pull back and test this area here. You understand? So far, you can definitely see by how the market is rejecting to the upside. Look at these rejections to the upside, right? On these 4 hour candlesticks, how it's rejecting. That indicates that we might definitely push to the upside. We just have to monitor the market. So what we can do now is to refine our demand zone, which is this one. We refine it, we put it exactly there, right? So we have refined our zone. Whenever we see where the zone, the market started moving, we also have a small break of structure here, which is an internal break of structure. And then from there, if you can look at it in this way, we have this thing which is called a fair value gap. So meaning this is what we are looking for, the market to sell and take out the fair value gap, and then from there test the zone, and then from there that's where we can continue pushing to the upside and aiming for that fair value gap. So definitely this is what we are looking for, guys, on USDT. And now we can definitely move to NASDAQ just to save time, guys. As you heard, MJ needs to spend more time with you, so we don't have to take much of his time. So this is USDT. So we are moving to NASDAQ. We are moving to NASDAQ. So now we are on NASDAQ. We are on NASDAQ. We go to our daily chart. So whenever we look at our daily chart, right, we have a high here that has been taken out. NASDAQ has created a new high, right? NASDAQ created a new high here, which is this one. So meaning this is our overall high because this one has been taken out. So whenever we look at NASDAQ and how it's moving, we can definitely see this is a point of control where NASDAQ pushed to the upside and then it started ranging, then it continued with an impulsive move to the upside, right? Meaning from there, we just have to focus on this low here. Also above that low, we have an untested zone, which is our demand zone. So we mark our demand zone and then we extend it to the right just to see if the market mitigated the zone or not. So we can definitely see that the market gave us an inducement here where it tried to take out the zone. Next thing, it started pushing without mitigating the zone. Also, we saw that NASDAQ was definitely breaking structures to the downside. It was breaking structures to the downside, meaning we had our first break of structure there, our second break of structure, and then our third break of structure here, right? Our third break of structure here. And then whenever you look at here where the market started, there is an imbalance, right? There is an imbalance. That's what caused the market to start pushing to the downside. This is not a zone, it's not a demand zone or an order block. It's just a fair value gap. Also, a fair value gap can cause the market to push to the opposite side, because remember, a fair value gap is an imbalance. Once the market is done correcting the imbalance, it can definitely push to the opposite direction. So while it was pushing to the downside, breaking structures to the downside like that, the market was creating liquidity above these areas. That's why when it pushed to the upside, it made sure that it takes out all of those levels, right? Grabs liquidity in all of those zones. So you can definitely see that the market is now done with grabbing the buy side liquidity, meaning now we just have to mark our current zones, which is this one. That's our demand zone. And then we have our second demand zone here, but this one was tested. As you can see, it's a push to the upside, then a small candlestick that tested or mitigated the zone, and then it continued pushing, right? So also, whenever you look at it in this way, this one, it's also a zone, right? Currently, the market, it's mitigating that zone, meaning the market mitigated that zone, right? We might also experience this on NASDAQ on a daily. Once the market respects this zone, we know that it was just a push to the downside. It tested the zone, and then from there, a continuation move to the upside. A continuation move to the upside. You understand? But if it fails to take out that area there, this is what we can definitely look at. You understand? Meaning it's going to break below or violate the demand zone, and then from there we see something like this happening, and then from there we definitely push to the upside, right? Because the reason why we are looking for buying opportunities is because the market is bullish. On a bullish trend, we only look for we definitely look for we only look for buying opportunities. You understand? We only look for buying opportunities, just like that, because the trend is bullish. So at some point, the market won't just buy in a straight line. We need to find zones where the market can definitely retest, and then we continue with the overall movement. Unless if we get a break of structure or a change of character, that's where we can start looking for selling opportunities on NASDAQ. But where it is now, it's definitely clear that we can definitely look for buys, because if the dollar index keeps on dropping like that, definitely the market is still bullish. So whenever you look at it in this way, also on a 4 hours, you can definitely see that on a 4 hours time frame, it tested the zone, it broke above the zone, meaning it respected the zone. So we might definitely see a heavy push to the upside to take out this high here, just to take out that high there. You understand? So that's definitely our setup for this week on NASDAQ. Definitely follow-ups will be sent on the Telegram channels. So I'll just hand over the platform to MJ, and then he continues with the session. So take care, guys.
Hi guys, good to see you back. I'm the one who's back, by the way. Nice session with the Ghosty. Couldn't agree more with his setups. Yeah. Well, look, I was off camera making a note of what you guys were suggesting that we look into. So I've got the list here. I've got Euro USD. I've got British Pound USD. I've got the dollar index. I've got the ZAR, the USD ZAR. I've got the Swiss franc, Japanese yen. I've got the British pound and Canadian dollar. I've got gold, and I've got the S&P 500. So these are the pairs that you suggested on the comment section. I see here that you don't have Euro Japanese. I'm going to Euro Japanese. So I'm going to add Euro Japanese here on my list. Guys, please don't forget to subscribe. Please subscribe and click that like button for your brother there, please. Subscribe. Let's grow this channel, guys. I think enough talk, enough of gimmicks in the industry. I think it's high time now that we do what we say we are capable of doing. So it's not easy, and it's not usual for somebody to take his time and say, let me show you what I do live, because it will normally expose you if you know what you're doing or you're not. So it's not easy to have a setup like this and have a whole production team to have state of the art equipment like this to make sure and ensure that this thing happens. So what you see here is a matter of we believe in what we do and we want to keep on what we're doing. So you subscribing, you coming in and appreciating the work keeps us moving, keeps us going. So yeah, guys, it's high time that we be authentic and we really show what we are made of and what we are capable of. We are not guaranteeing that we're going to win all trades. And please, this is a disclaimer. What you're going to see here is us merely doing what we do on daily basis in our closed doors. So we want to do it live with you, showing you that it's possible. A lot of you, you give up too early. So we are mainly coming here and say it's possible, because there are a lot of people right now, they are thinking that you can only make money in Forex or in the financial markets if you are selling a course. So we want to show you with a proper risk management, a strategic program that you can have, a system that you can have for yourself to manage funds. You can become a successful trader. You can even be a full-time trader. I'm a full-time trader. There's nothing else I do without, I don't have 9 to 5. I had 9 to 5. I don't have it anymore. So I did trading full-time. And with the money that I've made in trading, I was able to fund other businesses and do other businesses. And that's how you grow in life. So we are here to show you that this thing is possible. I don't want to get in too much into motivational speaking, because you've got the masterclass for that. But I'm here to show you that, guys, you can trade full-time and make money full-time as long as you have the right people that you are following, as long as you have the right mentor that you can follow on daily basis. So without wasting any further of our time, guys, let's look into the dollar index. I hope you are clicking that subscribe button and you're also clicking that like button. So last week we spoke about the dollar index, and this was my setup. I did not delete anything on it. This is what we had from 4 hours. Okay, let me start from the daily. And like I said, today, guys, I want to spend some time with you. I don't want to rush into this thing. I hope you've got enough data, and I hope load shedding is not going to disturb you. I know I had a lot of people that were inboxing me. They said, we really want to join you, but we are going to be disturbed by load shedding. I understand, guys. If you are in South Africa, this thing can, be a problem. But let's try our best to tune in and stay tuned. So what we have on the daily, this is what I explained last week, that if we see a market giving us accelerative movement to the downside, and we see that the market had a nice touch from where we are here. And I like the fact that from this area here, this is the low of 2022, right? So if you are trading support and resistance, the dangers of doing that is that the market at times doesn't respect that. So you would have a support here and you want to have a buy order around this area here, maybe here, and say, this is where I'm going to buy. The market didn't even come in there, right? And look at by how many points it went up. So you missed out on this because you were waiting for the market to come at this area. That's why I say you must be careful when you line up your zones, when you line up your support and resistance. The market tried to come at this area, did not touch it, went straight up, and you could have lost out on pips there, right? And from where we are, we see that this is a touch that we had here. We had another touch here, and we are anticipating that we would have another touch here. But now, I want you to see this. From the 4 hour, I explained to you last week that you can take a short-term buy. I said to you, you can take a short-term buy here and have a nice risk to reward around this area here, right? This is what I said to you last week here, when the market was here, that you can have a nice 1, 2, 3 touch here, 1, 2, 3. It's a short-term buy, like I said. It's a short-term buy. You can have a short-term buy. You could have taken out your trade around this area. I didn't take it as well because I felt like I had a lot that I was looking into, so I was just preserving my capital and my margin for other trades that I felt like they were giving me better opportunities than what I saw here on the 4 hour on the dollar index. I'm still anticipating this thing to come to this area. I spoke about the 101 area last week. If you can look at the video that we have, or the episode, or whatever you can call it, that we had last week. You can go back and look at that video. I spoke about the 101 area where we can look into reloading positions to buy to the upside. And as you can see, where the market is right now, and I want you to be careful of something here. We had a retest around this area. So this was going to be a retest of what? Your resistance. Remember, when it breaks support, it now becomes your resistance. This is too easy to see. So if we had people selling this thing from here, where would they take their stop loss? Obviously, or I mean their TP. obviously they can take this thing from here and sell it to here. But I think this is not a safe thing to do, right? I don't think it's a safe thing to do to sell from here and expect to come out here. What I would suggest we do is we need to see if this market can go back to these areas here. I'm having issues with my mouse. It's not moving like I'm used to. Okay, let me do this. All right. What I suggest we can do is we wait for this market to kill stop losses that will be placed around here. Remember, if we sell here, we are anticipating to sell until here, right? So a lot of people will see this as a downward trend. They jump into in numbers where it is right now, or around here they can jump in and think that they can come down to this area here. But I suggest that you wait for the market to take out the stop losses of those who sell too early here, right? This is a simple retest. It can come to this area here, and that's when I feel like it will be safe. Then you can have your nice third touch there. You have a touch there, you have a touch there, and you have a touch here. So I know that maybe we'll basically be having liquidity around these areas here, because this is too easy to see, guys. As you can see, you break your support becomes resistance, you sell here, and you are hoping to make a new low, and where you make a new low, that's when you take your TP. That's too basic. And to trade like that, it can be dangerous at times, because remember, when the market maker sets out his own setup, he's basically looking for liquidity. So where can liquidity be? If you sell here, you put your stop loss where? Few pips above your entry points. And this is where I like taking trades where I feel like a lot of people put their stop losses. So where most people put their stop losses, that's where I like entering, because that explains why every time you take a trade, it goes your direction, or it goes against you, then it goes your initial direction, right? So you anticipated a sell, and it goes up, takes out your stop loss, then you go your direction and say, no, I'm being monitored. And you find that it's just a liquidity game. Guys, trading is all about a liquidity game, right? So I don't think that we might have this market trending to the downside. However, if it does, remember, we're talking about probability here. If it does, then we can look into this. If it breaks this low, have a retest, then we can look into that there. That's where you can take another sell there, right? And if it breaks your trend line, where I have placed my trend line here, then you can look into there, right? So you must always be ready for two possible outcomes when you're trading. You need to be ready for two possible outcomes. So I don't want my chart to be too dirty, but this is what I have on the dollar index. And same applies to Euro USD. Guys, if you check Euro USD and dollar index, it's simply the same thing. You just turn your chart, you will see that this is basically the same thing. I don't have a euro dollar on my watch list. Wow. This is the first. That never happens. I don't know why I don't have that there, but it's fine. All right. Let's go to the euro dollar. What do I have on the euro dollar? Yeah, euro dollar is also interesting, guys. Okay. So what we basically have also on the euro dollar is that, let me try to make my chart as clean as possible. I don't like working on a chart that is too dirty. The chart must be as clear as possible. Right. So as you can see, we are having a nice upward trend to the upside, but there is a level that everyone is eyeing now, which is that level there. And if you go on 4 hours, this is a level that everybody is anticipating if we're going to break it or not. Right? And I know many would want to either sell here. No, man, what am I doing? I know many would either want to sell here, or wait for this thing to break. But with my experience, the market tends to do something like this. You see what we have now? You find that the market will do something like this. Then you have a move to the downside. And what does it do? It doesn't release the people that are trapped here. Doesn't even want to touch there. So there's a possibility for that. So what I will do is to see if I can break this level here, which is the 100,500. If I break this level here, then I can look into having people to be trapped here, then reload here. And if you are using your fib retracement, this can give you something like 7861, between 618 and 7861. So yeah, around this area there, then you can have your 1, 2, third touch there. That's how I'm looking at the euro dollar. I'm not going to commit to it at the moment, simply because I want to see if this is a trap zone or what. Are we going to break it or not? And what I have here, support and resistance, guys, break and retest. How many times have you been trading break and retest and it doesn't work? So that's why I have here, because if it breaks here, retest, I know it will act as if it's giving us an impulsive movement to the downside, and it gives us impulse, and it's impulse versus impulse. You have 1, 2, 3, then you have another impulsive movement to the upside. And again, if you put your trend even in here, that's where now you're saying, I can possibly go until this area here. Then I can have this as well. But that's when you are being too ambitious there. I would say target will be just above this level here, 1.099. I think that's where I can look into take profits. British pound USD. Right. British pound USD is also interesting. This is a nice level. We had an impulsive movement every time this market came here. Also impulsive when we came here. We played around here, gave us a consolidation around this area, but as soon as it broke, another impulse. So what I'm expecting from here, right? I think that whatever's going to happen here is going to be impulsive. And what do I mean by being impulsive? I mean accelerative movement. If we are going to have a retest of this market going down, I think it's going to be impulsive, right? But on the 4 hours, I'm smiling because this is one of the things I want to take, guys. On the 4 hours, I don't think we can short this thing as yet. I don't think we can short this thing as yet. I will be looking at doing something like this. Retest here, trap. Then here, looking to buy. Rule out positions from where we are there. I doubt we can see an impulsive movement to the downside. Acceleratively so here, I don't think so. I highly doubt. But remember, the market doesn't care about MJ's opinion. It will do what it has to do. So I'm just ready and waiting for it. And again, guys, it's one thing to look at the charts and plan. You might be going back to the very same charts and you find that your psychology is affected because of maybe someone took a position. So all I'm showing you, that's why it's important for you not to only watch us Mondays. Get on the Telegram group and get to see what we do during the week. Because if we have a different perspective about this, maybe overnight the market can change the swing or change the direction. At least we know that on the Telegram group we can speak about and say, guys, from where it is, we are thinking of 1, 2, 3. Because remember, we don't predict the market. We react to what the market gives us. We wait, we see. As it reacts, we also react to what we see. So we are not fortune tellers that we are going to predict where the market is going to go. Professional traders, they always react to what they see. They react to price action that they will see. So I would wait for a break, corrective movements around this area, then look into reload positions there for a nice buy to the upside. All right. Again, guys, it's a Monday. You don't have to be too hectic with your trading. All right. Euro Japanese. Right. I'm gonna go on a lower time frame on this one because here I'm definitely looking into and let me start over to say why I want this. I sent this on the Telegram group, right? I sent this on the Telegram group. So this is what I was looking into. I was looking into a fib retracement around this area here. So I wanted a sell where? Here. Siabulelo says speak more on psychology. Siabulelo, that's why we have a psychology. Guys, this YouTube channel is all for you. That's why you don't have only charts. We're not going to give you only charts. We're going to give you psychology as well. You need to watch the masterclass. When is it? Masterclass is when? Thursdays. Guys, Thursdays 8 p.m. Masterclass is there to teach you psychology. Please watch those. I know some of you complain about time and some of you appreciate that time, but we are working with what we have, guys. We're working with something that can assist all of you. So this is what I had on the EJ, right? Now, let me explain why I wanted to sell the EJ. I wanted this retracement by 78.6, right? And it did not give me that, but I didn't execute a sell as yet. I wanted this market, I was anticipating this market to do something like this, right? And it did not give me that. So this is what I waited for. On a lower time frame, I need to see a trend forming for me to confirm if I'm not just going to take a blind sell from here. No. As you see, it tried to sell here, but I'm not going to take a blind sell from where we are. I can't do that. That's too... that's being an amateur if you do that. What I'm then going to wait for is on a lower time frame, like on the 1 hour. I'll wait for this thing to give me a trend, right? I wanted it to give me a trend. Then I can enter from that trend going down. But I did not get the trend. However, it seems like there was liquidity up there. So it went for that liquidity. But can you see what is happening now? It seems like we want to form a trend to the downside. So this is how I'm going to approach it. We broke the low here. I'm not going to sell it here and think we're going to go down here. No, I don't trade like that. That's too easy. I will wait for this market to do this. Retest. Trap. Then that's when I'm going to take my sell short. That's when I'm going to take my sell short. So I still want to go short on Euro Japanese. Still want to go short on Euro Japanese. Still want to go short on Euro Japanese. I have it here. It's ready. I'm ready. It knows that I'm ready. And I'm not going to put any limits on it because Japanese lately is being very weak. So I don't want to put any limits on it. So that's how I'm going to approach EJ. If you have more, please suggest, guys. Suggest on the comment section here. What do you think? USD ZA. Yeah, guys, ZA is exotic, ne? You need to make sure that when you trade the ZA, you know your story. What do I have on the ZAR? To be honest with you guys, I don't normally trade the ZAR, but let's look at it. Let's look at it. Let's look at it. For me, this was an important level to retest. So you see what I spoke about when I say a retest and you want to make a new low. You see what I spoke about? A retest, then you want to make a new low like this. You see what I spoke about? Liquidity will always be above your resistance. This is what I was showing you. I think, was it on euro dollar or the dollar index? Let me go back. My apologies, guys. I think it was on the euro USD. There's something that I was showing you now, and I was saying to you, I think it's the euro USD. I think it was the euro USD. Was it the euro USD? When I spoke about, no, it's not the euro USD. Remind me, guys, what was it I was speaking about? The thingy. The EJ, that if you come back here, retest, you're thinking that from this retest, you come back here. Now, look at this. Look at this. Look at the setup that I have here. The market can go back to this level. Retest. Remember that's going to be your resistance, right? And if it does retest, you would think and anticipate that we have a nice retest. You commit too early. You sell, then it drops, then it hits your stop loss, then it goes your direction. Then that's where witchcraft comes in. It's not witchcraft, it's liquidity, guys. This the market is something too big to understand where orders are being placed, right? And I'm not saying this to scare you. I want you to trade like a professional trader. You not just go in blindly, right? So this what I have here on the euro yen is exactly how the USD ZAR played out. Is exactly how the USD ZAR played out on the day. You see? This is what I spoke about. If you look at the euro yen, it's exactly like this, where you would break support becomes resistance, committing. Again, people who commit way here, then thinking we're going down. Look at what the market does. Takes out the stop loss, then that's when it's going to go down. This is what I was talking about. So you need to be careful when you do such kind of setups, guys. So right now, my approach on this thing is simple. So easy. By the way, guys, shout out to Mzansi Global Markets. Shout outs to them. Shout out to them. Shout out to them. Shout out to them. Shout out to them. They are the ones that made this possible. Now, I know already you have a negative, and let me say this. Give me a few seconds to say this. I know a lot of you have a negative a perception about local brokers. I know, and it's fair to have that. But one thing I will appreciate about this broker is that I got to see, because a good close friend of mine is behind this broker. So I got to see, and that's the reason why you've been seeing me over the years. You have not seen me from one broker to another, because I know how brokers can be, right? So with this one, at least I got to see behind the scenes, and I was able to appreciate the setting up of the setting up of the broker, and I got to see everything. What is it that these guys do? And after seeing that, I was comfortable to, work with them and get to see if we can do something. So shout out to Mzansi Global Markets, guys. Shout out to them. If you want to know more about them, they're also here in Sentin 155 West. If you can go on the website and check out their things there. Rorisang, 4:30, buy mode, USD 30 now. I like Rorisang's energy. Buy mode. Okay, gold mitigated for sale. Let's secure. Okay, fine. Rorisang, we're going to get to gold. We're going to get to gold, my brother. Don't worry. Gold is also my favorite. We killed gold last week. We killed gold so much. Let's try to see how we can approach this. We broke this trend line here, and I'm on 4 hours. This is USD, right? And remember, again, for those that are trading fundamentally, this whole rand manipulation thing can also be something that can move this pair, right? For the fact that we are still trading above here, I wouldn't be looking for any selling position. However, I can say the lower we go, if we go below here, for me, that's when now I think it will be safe to go to the downside. As long as we are still above this trend line here, this thing can simply move to the upside. So I will still favor buying for this thing. Provided as well, we are thinking that the euro dollar, we're going to have an acceleration to the downside also for the dollar. So the dollar can be having strength, you know. So if the dollar is having strength, obviously, we can see this to the upside as well. And we can be looking at exit points around this area here, but we will see. Normally, again, it doesn't arrive. It doesn't arrive. You find that here, that's when we can have a reaction. So that's how I'm going to be looking at the USD ZAR. Hey, let's check Rurusang's gold. All right. So this is the gold that we spoke about last week. Guys, I also mentioned patience. You know, to get on a channel like this and want to take trades immediately, it's also dangerous because you're not going to get, like my good friend always says, an A grade with the A grade setup. You know who I'm talking about, right? With the bold voice. A grade setup. You know who I'm talking about. So we always need A grade setups. So this is what we said last week. Again, can you see that your retest was going to be way here, right? This is where your retest is going to be. And when the market was here, I said, don't you ever try to buy that there. Wait for the market, buy at the discount. And this is what it did. It bought at the discount. For those who bought gold here, their stop losses are taken out because this is what it did. Look. I did not put this today. I put this from last week. If you are attending last week's session, you saw where I said I was going to take that thing. And also we had posted it on the Instagram, right? I mean, on the Telegram. So I said to you guys, don't buy gold here. Wait to buy at a discount. And we also utilized the FIB retracement. And I know some of you will think FIB doesn't work. Yes, FIB doesn't work if you don't know where to use it. It's like having a gun and you say guns don't work. If you don't know where to utilize the gun, it will never work. But if you know how it works, it will definitely do something. So we bought gold around this area here and we're anticipating for it to go down, to go up. And look at where it is right now. Exactly where we predicted it to go up. So at the moment, we had this high here. We violated this high and we are retesting that high. Will it hold? I don't know. Will we see a hold on gold here? I don't know. Again, it can give us this. But the best way to buy it, buy at the discount. Buy at the discount. Look for lows here. Look for lows here. Then buy at the discount. And I told you last week when gold was trading here, it was around 1,006, 1,000 what? Yeah, 1,900 or so. And I said, guys, November, December, in fact, from August to December, it tends to be an appreciation of gold. Gold tends to react nicely and it tends to appreciate during those months. And again, when you trade, you need to know your pair, how it behaves on certain months and how it behaves on certain seasons. Because some pairs are seasonal, especially gold. It's very seasonal. So you need to know exactly when it can appreciate. But I feel like this, for me, a buy would work immediately. Because I don't know if this will hold. I don't know if this will hold. I don't know if this holds until the next day, I'm going to definitely take a buy. Check out the Telegram and see my results for buying this. If it holds here the whole day, I'm definitely looking into buying it to the upside again. If it holds here, and at least go to 2026 an ounce. So that's gold for you. What else do we have? CHF. We have CHF, JPY. All right. Who suggested this? CHF, JPY? Please let me know there on the comment section. I want to talk to you about something. Me and you, we need to have a meeting. Who suggested? Please let me know if you are the one suggested this. Or should I go up to the comments? Tandega, you are the one, eh? You suggested this. I mean, now so cool. All right. I agree with you. Patience is really key in this. All right, Tandega, this is what we have, my sister, on the thing here. We are still consolidating around this box here. Are we going to this high? It's a matter of waiting. We don't know. We break this. Retest again. Trap, retest, sell. Here. That can be a good, nice. I think I'm going to note this. I think I'm going to take this. This is an A grade. It's an A grade for me. I'm going to note it down because I'm liking the way in which it's consolidated. And remember, I'm anticipating the Japanese to gain strength. Remember, on the EJ, we are also anticipating a sell. So if Japanese can gain some strength, then definitely we'll be looking at selling this to the downside. So let's see if we can scalp it for the day. So again, to scalp it for the day, it will be dangerous because we are just bouncing off this area here. So we are not breaking these lows here, but it seems like we want to trend. So let's see if maybe here we can look into going down there. That's how I'm going to be looking at it. Nice risk reward to the downside. And this is just to show you guys when you know how to use a calculator for risk, you know exactly what you need to put as a stop loss there. You definitely are. So this is how we are going to be looking at Swiss franc, Japanese. I like it. I really like it. British pound CAD. I like what I see. I like what I see. To be honest, I like what I see. And for the fact that on a British USD, let me go back just a bit. Again, we want to see if we can have, whether we break it to the upside or we tend to reverse same time. So it's also going to give us a nice confirmation here, which is going to be a nice that touch there. So let's see here, and on a lower time frame. Now look, guys, again, on a lower time frame here, this is what I'm gonna do. It's also some of the trades. I'm gonna note it down as well. Great. Right? Don't just take a sell there. Wait for the market to give you this. This will be nice. This will be nice to see. I like it. And you see even here, we are breaking these lows here with the trend line. I like it. I like it. One, two, three. We break here. Impulse corrective. Looking to going down there. Come back, retest this area. And a nice sell there. So to sell here, it's dangerous. You can't just sell there. You can't just do that. It's very dangerous to do that. Wait for market to change, or especially on a lower time frame. Let it give you a trend that you'll be comfortable with, and then take it. And then take it. So yeah, that's British cat, guys. It's also in my A grade list. Somebody was suggesting the S&P 500. The person who suggested the S&P 500. Look, if you look at NASDAQ, the analysis for NASDAQ and the analysis for US30. If you understand the correlation between the two, you already have an answer for the S&P 500. As Ghost analyzed the indices. I trade indices, but I decided to give Ghost the task to do indices today. Or he was feeling like he has nice setups on the thingy today. So for me, my number one is this EJ Jan Stress. How is Jan Stress? Because this is money. I want this thing. I really want this thing. Corrective movement to the upside, and correctively so. Then I'm going down. I'm going down with it. In my Praetorian language, you say Saka Leon. So that's what I want to do. That's what I want to do. It's a Monday, guys. I don't know. Where are you watching me from? Are you at home? Are you at the office? Are you in the taxi? Are you in the B&B? I wonder what you'll be doing in the B&B on a Monday. And are you on a cruise? I'm in the office. I'm in Sentin. Where are you? Not the place, but the like. What are you doing at the moment? Are you in your house? Okay. Sibongiseni wena suyaqala manje Eurocad. Okay, Sibongiseni asingene. Let's look into it. Get into the Telegram group, my brother. I'll send the setup now. Telegram group. I'll send the setup now. Can we scalp this EJ? Tandage is at work, but she's trading. Oh gosh. All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Sibongiseni says is at home. Yeah, I'm at home. I'm at work, guys, and yeah, I'm gonna be waiting for this market. Remember, again, tomorrow, guys, we're having something special again for you. Industry chats. You ready? 6 p.m. We're gonna have a laughter tomorrow. I guarantee you. So tune in, guys. Tune in. If you haven't subscribed to this YouTube channel, I don't know what you're waiting for. Please make sure that you subscribe. Tell your auntie, tell your ex, tell your future husband, your future wife, that TWEM is here to stay. Petros is at home. I'm glad that you're at home, sir. Don't go for this Mohodu Mondays. Let's trade. Some of you don't even know what it is. All right, guys, thank you so much. Someone is working on an EA. Oh, that's interesting. I want to see that EA, sir. Please inbox me. Let's see your EA. Let's talk about your EA. Yeah, right, guys. Anything? Thursday, 8 p.m. Masterclass. tomorrow 6 p.m. with Top Trader South Africa Industry Chat. 6 p.m. Remember, we're gonna be having another interesting topic, guys. It's going to be awesome. I'll see you on the other side. Please, on the description there, you can see, and those are my my Instagram handle, my Telegram handle as well. You please get in and subscribe on the YouTube channel, follow me on Instagram, and get into the Telegram group, and let's trade. I'm hoping to see you in the Telegram group. From here, I'll be straight in the Telegram group. Guys, thank you so much. More grace and God bless you. I'll see you. Remember again, tomorrow, 3:30 Zoom. Tomorrow, 3:30 Zoom. I'll send you the result. You see, my live account is already here. I'll send you the result of this thing. I think I'm going to take a 15-minute scalp here. I'll send you my result on the Telegram group. Thank you so much, guys. God bless.